You're on the edges.
Good morning.
Good morning, Stephen Last. You forgot to write burst. You want me to bring this a little closer, or
Sure, do it.
tell me if you can hear us, just to make sure. You're gonna have to test. How is everybody today? We've got 4 so far. I wish the messaging was faster. There we go. It's morning here. It's 8 a.m. And
Yes.
actually, we were promised a hurricane this morning, but as you can see, it's quite beautiful out. Not that I was excited.
It's quite beautiful in too.
Thank you. It's not like I was looking forward to a hurricane, but we were a little bit worried we weren't going to be able to do this because of one, but it's lovely today. Hi, Brad. Good morning. So, how's everybody been? Oh, okay. So, you guys tell me how you've been, but in the meantime, I'll catch you up to date with what we've been up to. I spent the last week doing nothing but welding all day till it rains, and then still even then sometimes.
Yep.
So I've been so busy. Hi, Basil. Okay, so Basil, I have a story to share that you're going to appreciate because Basil's been giving me some welding advice. I guess he's done it before. I made a huge screw up this week. I have to share. It'll be in my video when I share my video about building the staircase, but because I believe in sharing your mistakes too, because that's how people learn. But I put up the stringers for our staircase and I welded the bottoms to the landing, but Mike said, "Oh, you should weld the top ones too before you put the stairs on." I said, "Well, I'd like to have them free a little so I can have some play while I'm putting the stairs in." And what I hadn't realized, hi, Michael, was as I'm welding, the metal is kind of bending. I guess from the heat, right? So I welded 3 stairs in, and then we're standing there looking at them, and I noticed that the stringers were doing this.
Morning, Doug.
Morning, Doug. And suddenly the stairs wouldn't fit in as I went up. So we had to correct that. It took, well, probably an hour and a half of struggling to get the stringers pulled back apart.
That's why she keeps me.
Yeah, he's my muscle because I would have never done that by myself. I got a big piece of wood wedged in there now to keep them apart, and I've welded them to the top, but I'm gonna keep the wood in till all the stairs are in, so I don't have this problem again. See, Basil's laughing because he knows. This is one of the problems with teaching yourself is you kinda learn by mistake more often than not, right? Like, I'm sure if I took a class on welding, somebody would have warned me about that. Since it's a little ad hoc, I'm learning as I go. So, but the good thing was it was correctable and I caught it before it was a big problem.
And also the good thing is she has a big, strong husband.
Right? But damn, was I cussing. Oh my goodness. I was thinking, do I have to cut these stairs out and start over? Oh, it was terrible.
See?
Yeah,
That's a
tack
good idea.
either side.
Then you can cut it if you need to.
Yeah.
And get the play.
Mhm.
But otherwise, good idea.
Yeah.
Split the difference, right?
Otherwise, the stair building has been going very well. The only problem is it's really, really friggin' slow. Like, it's really a little bit depressing to weld for 5 or 6 hours and to only have, like, 1 or 2 stairs done. And you look at it and go, "Oh my god, did I just spend my whole day and I could still only go up this much more?"
Yeah, but in fairness, there's a lot of welds to build each step, and then you got to weld the step in to the stringers.
And I'm being super, super careful, so, like, I'm welding and then grinding and then re-welding and then grinding to make sure that it's solid because I would hate for my husband to fall through the staircase and die.
I appreciate that.
Actually, I would hate
Thank
it
you.
more if you got incapacitated because then I'd have to wipe your bum for you.
Yeah, if I die, you get insurance money. If
Okay.
I'm incapacitated, that's just more work.
So we wanna make sure if it's gonna fail, it fails on the top step.
I'm gonna start to worry if I see you installing spikes below the staircase.
Mm. Basil says best way to learn is to make mistakes because you remember them more. That's a straight fact because I will never forget doing that again.
Mhm.
That's for sure. So, but otherwise it's going well. I'm hoping to have it finished. I'm not gonna be able to weld it all this week, so I'll have another week before I get the stairs finished. And then it's gonna actually start to look like a room. Guys, I've got 3 stairs welded in right now, and I'm able to stand on the 3rd stair, so it brings me, like, halfway up to where my bedroom is gonna be. And on my Twitter, I shared this. I should share it on our community page too. I shared a picture that I took from that stair that's going to be the view out one of our windows, and it's breathtaking. I can't wait until my
Yeah.
bedroom is actually up there.
Right?
Oh my god, it's so beautiful because you can see the Panama volcano from there. So, and we have, like, 2 whole walls, just windows planned for that room, so it's gonna be something.
Yeah, what are those will be facing what? East and south, I guess?
Yeah, so
Huh?
that's east. Yeah, east and south. So so exciting. I'll never leave my bedroom again.
Good. I'll stay there with you.
Oh, okay. So how's everybody doing? Hi. I haven't been paying that much attention to the comments, so how's everybody doing? I actually haven't even been on the channel for a few days. I've been too busy welding.
Yeah, sorry for the light content too. I mean, normally we'd have done a lot last weekend, but we got hit by Julia.
Yeah, you guys, for those of you who didn't see our video last Sunday about it, Hurricane Julia, which turned into a tropical storm shortly after hitting the Caribbean side of Costa Rica, dumped a boatload of rain, even on us, which is weird because, I mean, it's not that weird, but like it hit the Caribbean side, which is a whole mountain range away from us, right? Like there's a huge mountain range between us and that coast. So most of the hurricanes, they hit there and then they start traveling up over the mountains, but they dissipate pretty quick. So we usually just get kind of heavy rain, but this rain was very heavy and it took out a whole pile of roads around here.
Yep.
And we got lucky because we're at like 3,600 feet, so it took out a few of our roads, but only for a little while, and all that water kind of washed down. I've seen some videos from down at the bottom of the mountain, which is maybe about a 45-minute drive from us
Yep.
down to the bottom, and those towns are completely underwater,
Which
or were.
answers Doug's question. Where did all that flood water go?
It
Yeah, it
went
went straight downhill.
Yeah.
We actually saw a guy who lives kind of towards the coast and north of here posted a video we saw yesterday. He was trying to get down to Panama,
Yeah.
and before he got as far south as we are,
Yeah.
he was turned back because at the town of Rio Claro, all
Yeah.
the bridges were flooded.
Yeah, one of the videos I shared last Sunday was from Rio Claro, and the whole town, like, right up to like, the middle of their windows of their bungalows was submerged. It was ridiculous. And we've actually stayed in Rio Claro,
Yep.
so I hope the people that we stayed with are okay. I don't
Yeah.
have a way to contact them or I'd check, but, yeah, it was pretty bad. We were promised that that was gonna happen again this weekend, but it did not.
Yep.
We got lucky, at least so far. Okay. Hello to Iceland, Frank, and Australia, Linda. Oh, she's going to bed because it's midnight. Thank you, Linda, for subscribing to my Ginger in the Wild channel. I need watch hours, guys. I'm trying to get monetized so we can continue upgrades, but and get some more chickens.
Ginger wants all the chickens. All the chickens.
I do. It's because I love eggs. Oh my god, I love eggs.
Yep.
And the good thing, I mean, I've been reading a lot. Well, okay, so while I'm welding, I usually put on music, but I found a good book that I've been listening to on audiobooks instead called Genius Foods. Can't remember who's the author. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. You guys, because I've been having problems with my memory function, and there's a history of Alzheimer's in my family. It's one of my greatest fears.
Nightmare scenario.
Yeah. So I've been doing research for years on diet and exercise and stuff that can help stave off those kinds of problems. And this book is amazing. What is his name? Max Lugavere. So I heard him interviewed on Joe Rogan recently, and he was so fascinating to listen to. It's so much information. So I bought the book and I've been listening to that. It's amazing. And it's really, really, really good that he says one of the best foods to eat is eggs because they're legitimately my
Plus, we
favorite
get them
food.
for the cost of chicken feed.
Yeah. And they're almost free here. So,
Good morning, David and Ruben and Sci-Fi Monkey.
oh, Canadian David got my tweet with coffee in hand. Good morning, David. Hmm.
Barry's got snow.
What?
Already?
Oh, no. Ugh. My parents live kind of north of Huntsville, Ontario, and my mom says that all this past week it's been like 2 degrees, 5 degrees. Ugh. Sounds like a nightmare. I do not miss that at all. Okay, so looking good and chilled, Sci-Fi Monkey. Yeah, it's been a pretty good morning. The sun is out, and the weather is beautiful.
Yep.
We have a ton of recording to do today, so we'll be doing a whole bunch of reactions today and backing them up for the week because we got a very busy week ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the snow is no bueno. Stefan says, had a massive rain shower here, but not really intense
But
sunshine.
now really intense sunshine.
Oh, yeah. It's like it's like that here all the time, though. We'll get a huge dumping, and then suddenly the sun will come out. Sci-Fi Monkey says, "Practice your memory skills and remembering my React suggestions."
Why can't you both win, right?
I try. I try. I gotta write them down sometimes, but even then, it's like, where did I put that paper?
Mm-hmm.
All the
It's
time.
an imperfect process.
Oh, Brad says it's getting to freezing overnight in Montana. Montana's one of those places that I always imagined if I was gonna live in the States, that would be one of the places I would consider, but now that I've lived here, there's no way 'cause the draw for Montana for me is the mountains, but if I can have mountains without snow, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Barry says Huntsville is the balmy South.
Yeah, it is.
Where
compared
the
to
hell are
a
you,
lot of
Barry?
places.
Oh my god. Oh,
Snowy mini.
Minnesota. Oh god. No. Mm.
Yeah, I'll take the rainy season over winter, I think, having been through most of one now.
Yeah, so this was our first rainy season. We're almost out of it now, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That one day of flooding was the worst that we saw all year, and it didn't even affect us here, right? Like, other than, okay, we're staying home and not going to the market today. That was about it, but our house is kind of perfectly positioned so that we don't have a hill above us that we have to worry about like landslides into the house, and we don't have a hill too close to the house going down where we have to worry about sliding off the hill, and no water really sits here. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't have flooding, we don't have landslides. We're kind of
Drainage is pretty good when you live most of the way up a 30, 35 degree slope.
yeah.
It's like,
So
gone.
yeah, okay.
Here, Rio Claro, have some water.
I don't want to say that. Those poor people. But this is one of the reasons why we didn't choose down there. I mean, although it's also so ridiculously hot.
So hot down there.
But that was one of the reasons. Every time we looked at a property, see, Mike really wanted something that had a great view. He wanted like a large vista. So we were looking at a lot of cliffside properties, and every time he'd be, "Oh, let's look at this one." The first thing I'd say is, "That looks like it's gonna slip off a cliff one day." So I was always the sober voice.
But why not go quick? You all got to go sometime.
I'd rather not go at all.
You got to go sometime.
So yeah, I was always the sober voice that said, "I'm sure we can find a vista without actually being perched on the side of a mountain in a country that's famous for landslides." And here we are. I win. Actually, we both win because
Yeah.
you got your vista and I got my ground.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
Okay, so Lori says, wondering if you have listened to Skyhook's Women in Uniform. No. Why don't we try that today? Barrie's northeast of Winnipeg. Ugh. So Barrie's also a masochist. Sounds like. Ugh. Nasty.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheryl was awesome. I don't know what that means.
From Skyhooks.
Oh, okay.
Basil's replying to Laurie.
Do you know who Skyhooks is?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll have to give that a shot. I would like to say thank you both regarding Newman. Oh, well, you're welcome. And well, don't thank us. Thank Gary. He's doing all the work.
That's right.
Love Gary Newman. Oh my God. I can't stop listening these days. Hi to Venice, Italy, Mattia. I hope I said that correctly. Venice is one of those places on my list to see. And I think that I like reinforce that every time I watch that Italian Job movie.
Barry's a hunter-gatherer.
Thank you, Taras. Thank you for the tip. Oh, I didn't even know for sure if the tips worked until Isabel often will tip too. But thank you for that. That's lovely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, hunter-gatherer is kind of like the life for me too, but I like doing it in this weather.
Yeah, right. Go out and gather some eggs from your chickens and gather some oranges from your tree because it's warm.
Yeah.
Gather some bananas.
Yeah. And once
Because you can't have too many bananas, apparently.
Guys, have you seen our videos with the bananas? Oh my God. I just throw them out for the chickens now because I've already baked like, what did I make? 6 loaves of banana bread and a freezer full of chopped up bananas. Shirley Strachan was the lead singer of Skyhooks. Yeah, he was so much fun. Shirley's one of those names, eh?
Surely you can't be serious.
I'm perfectly serious, but don't call me Shirley. So, yeah, we'll have to check out the Skyhooks. Steven, hello. Oh, are you ever sleeping? I'm starting to suspect maybe not. But good evening to you. It's probably midnight where you are.
The government can't find Barry. They can't find me either. There's no extradition.
No, Barry thinks so. But I'm not so sure anymore. Not in Canada. I wouldn't be so sure. My government can find me because I have my passport and I have to use it on a regular basis, but they don't have a lot of reach anymore, which makes me happy.
Yep.
And the government here is so happy to just neglect me completely. They couldn't care less what I do as long as I don't bother them. And that's the way I like it.
Yep.
That's the kind of government I like.
Hello, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Welcome for the first time.
Yes, be warned, it is very casual in here. We just kind of ramble. Well, mostly me.
It's true. I'm the strong silent type.
Steven says 118. Oh, 4 hours of sleep. I've been there many, many days. Usually spurred by aches and pains of some kind.
Yep.
Which I have my fair share of now, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Magnesium and bone broth have been my savior for my aching bones.
Ginger makes a wicked bone broth.
I really do make a wicked bone broth, guys. You have no idea. And I put it in everything. I put that shit on everything. So, Stephen knows Kevin. Everyone should acquire and possess a passport. Yes, and if you can get more than one, it's even better. I follow Nomad Capitalist on Twitter, and they are a service that does relocation servicing and recommendations for people who want to relocate to places that treat them better. And it's one of their, mantras is owning one passport is good, owning 2 is better, owning 3. Then you have options, right?
I have no options. Well, just the one passport option.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but right now we're kind of exercising the second option flexibly. It's good. It is good. Izmir. Hello, Dennis. Where is Izmir? Kevin, Shine and beef jerky has been my saviors.
There's a diet.
Yeah, that's good.
Moonshine and
That'd be
beef jerky.
fine.
Yep.
Yeah, the moonshine helps you forget your aches and pains, and the beef jerky, well, beef jerky's just plain good. Oh, Steven says he doesn't really know Kevin. Okay, well, we appreciate you being polite
He's
anyway.
friendly.
That's good. Yeah. It's nice when you guys chat. It's hard for me to keep up though, because his print is so small. If you get the time, check out Red Faces from Hey Hey. It's Saturday. It was hosted by Red Simons. He was the guitarist for Skyhook. Simon Cowell based his persona on him. When you say Simon Cowell based his persona, is Simon Cowell a persona? Or is he
Well, I
just
mean,
a bit of a douche?
I think he probably puts it on a little more than he actually is.
Like Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah. I
No,
suspect,
that's probably true,
I
actually.
suspect there's very few people who are actually like that in real life.
I would
It's a
hope
TV thing.
so. I would sure hope so. Oh, although I will say I appreciate Simon Cowell's like no BS.
Mm.
Like I'd rather hear it straight, even if it's mean or ugly, than get the gloss. So
So
Turkey,
Dennis
the
is in
Aegean
Turkey.
seaside.
Nice.
Ooh, I bet it's beautiful there. Kevin, he's new. He's a rookie. See you guys doing reactions. Yes,
That's what we do.
that is what we do. Well, we do reactions, and then I do 1,000 other things.
I do
So
100 other things that help her sometimes with 1,000.
he helps me clean up my mistakes and my messes, and then he eats my food. So, excuse me.
I also keep the jungle from taking over our property.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The jungle. So when we moved here, I was warned by a gentleman who was giving me advice about what it was like to live here and what to look for when we're looking for property. And he said, just remember, in this country, the jungle reclaims all. And he's not even wrong. It takes no time for things to grow here. Kevin likes to ride bikes. Okay, so Kevin, I gotta tell you. We live in Costa Rica. Since you're new, I'll let you know that. And we're particularly in the mountain parts of Costa Rica, in the center of the country. And it's astonishing to me how many people...
We're in South Central.
It's astonishing to me how many people ride, how many cyclists there are here, because you have no idea what the mountains are like. Like the hills are like this, and they're all the time, right? Like every road is like this. It's ridiculous. I used to ride bicycle to and from work all the time when we were in Canada, and it was exertive.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even imagine trying to do it here.
Yeah.
It
But
would kill
you know
me.
what really gets me?
Huh.
Is on the weekend, you'll see like fat guys in Lycra. Like, I have a hard enough time imagining the skinny guys going up these hills. I can't even fathom doing it as a fat guy.
They're doing their best. Don't make fun of the fat guys working hard.
I'm just saying, like,
It's
how do you even?
Yeah, I can't even do it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm pretty fit. I would not be able to survive doing the bicycles on these roads, but it's really something to see. I have a friend actually who does it, and I always see her. I don't know where you get it.
Good morning, Isabel.
Oh, Bernard, hello. Where is Isabel? Oh, Isabel, I'll message you later. Where do you see
She's right
Isabel?
there.
Oh, there you are. Good morning. I'll message you later to find out how you're feeling. So, I think an interesting play reaction would be Mac Miller's Swimming in Circles, his pre and posthumous album collection. Is he dead? I guess that's what posthumous means, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Hey, hey, it's Saturday. Sometime very funny, at others not so. Is Hey, hey, it's Saturday a TV show?
Sounds like.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So.
Oh, Basil. 2 weeks of rain we can relate to, but we get down to the mid-teens every night, overnight, so it's not too hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. 28, though. Ugh. Stefan Lass says, what did you guys work with back in Canada? What does that mean? What do you mean work with? Work with? Work at? I'm not sure. You'll have to specify because I don't get it.
Kevin rides a Hayabusa, which is less effort than a bicycle.
Oh, Hayabusa's a motorcycle, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's a different kind of bike. There's a lot of those motorcycles here too.
And they're all suicidal.
They really are.
I mean, compared to back in Canada, the way they ride is very different and not real safe.
Okay, I got to share you guys a funny story. I was driving with my daughter the other day into town. And like I said, our roads are all kind of like this and twisty. There's all blind corners and all super steep hills up and down, right? And we drove past going in the other direction, this pair of people on a motorcycle, two people on a motorcycle, and one of them was holding so we have this whippersnipper, and when I say whippersnipper, people who do like yard work in North America or whatever, they're used to like a whippersnipper. It's just a tiny little pole with a little string and everything.
Yeah, maybe 4 feet long,
Yeah.
probably electric.
Yeah. It's not like that here because when you're whippersnipping here, the stuff you got to go through, it's Jurassic size, right? So the whippersnippers are, how long is that? 8 feet, probably?
It's at least 7. It's taller than me. Gas powered.
Yeah, and it's got a blade on it that's like this big, like a legitimate huge metal blade. You could almost chop a small tree down with it for sure, right?
What do you mean almost? I have.
But this pair had one of those whippersnippers, but it looked like something even maybe for trimming trees or something because it was easily 12 feet long, easily. And the girl was sitting on the back of the motorcycle and she was holding it straight up. And they're riding like that on a motorcycle with this 12-foot pole. She's just holding on to it from the side. And I thought, oh my God, the power lines.
Health and safety has not discovered this country yet, which is in some ways great.
Yeah, it really is kind of fun for yourself. I made a joke on Twitter when we first got here. We were staying near to the capital, San Jose, and there's a town called Cartago that we spent a lot of time in because it was the closest major city to where we were staying. And one day I was just walking, right? Like I liked to spend time walking around the streets, just checking out the town. And I took a picture of the sidewalk because of the hills and whatnot and everybody's driveways. The sidewalk was like this and like that, and it was all kinds of and I made a comparison that in Canada, each of the lines would have been, like, painted bright yellow, like a caution, watch your step kinda thing, if they even allowed them to build the sidewalk this way, but in Costa Rica, it's like, "No, you're on your own. If you
Mhm.
trip and fall, it's your problem."
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a whole different kind of ethos, but it's good. I like it better that way.
Barry's got a great point.
Mm,
That's better than having it laid on your lap sideways.
but yes.
Clotheslining all the pedestrians.
He's right. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't wanna have a spill. Like, motorcycles are tough to keep up, right? Like, everybody I know who's ever had a motorcycle says, "It's not if you spill, it's when,"
Mm.
right? So I'd hate to have a spill on one of those with that. She wasn't even wearing a helmet.
Mm.
Like, like, very brave. Mm. Oh, whippersnapper with a chain blade.
Nice.
Ugh. Oh, that would be like what they trimmed our tree with, right?
Mhm.
When we took out the power lines. Took down one of my
the entire town of Santa Cecilia.
took down one of my one of our avocado trees and accidentally took the power lines out with it. That was not a good day.
No, it was a bad day.
Okay. So I've laid a bike down like when I was 18. Yeah, probably doing something silly.
At 18, yeah, probably.
I mean, the problem here is the mountains. There's no like guardrails, right? Like the road we have to take to get down to the bottom of the mountain. If we want to go to the beach or if we want to go to the border or whatever, is it's very steep and very windy, but there's like no guardrails. So you'll come around like a blind corner and there's just like sky. right? So if you take that corner just a little too fast and
Overshoot.
you're going right off that cliff. Right off.
Shortcut. Uh,
Oh, so yeah, you really have to pay attention. And I wouldn't want to do it on a motorcycle. I'd be afraid.
no.
I really would. And you gotta understand what kind of statement that is, because I'm mostly fearless. Mostly. Like heights and spiders.
Yeah, driving in this country is an adventure in general. It took me a long time to get used to the fact that coming around one of these blind curves, it was quite possible that I only had half a lane on the other side of it because people just drift wide around
Yeah.
the corners. Like it's blind corner and you're going to take half of my lane.
Yep. They
No,
they drive wherever they want. Yeah. It's very much like you would see videos of oh, I've skinned my knee somehow. You'd see videos of places like, say, Bombay, right? Or lots of places in China where
there are no rules.
there are no rules on the road. They just go wherever they want. It's very much like that here. So take your life in your hands. You got to pay attention. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, share what you're up to this week. We've got a little traveling to do. I'm gonna go. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my birthday on what is it?
Friday.
Thursday or Friday?
Friday, I think.
It's my birthday on Friday. I'm gonna go visit a volcano this week. I'm very excited about that because volcanoes are probably my favorite natural disaster. Favorite.
They're mostly just natural. It's only a disaster when people get in the way.
I don't know about that. Volcanoes can be very destructive to all of nature, not
That's
just
true.
people, right? Just ask the forest around Mount St. Helens.
That's true.
Oh, you couldn't ask them because it's gone. Well, it's back now, but it was gone. But I love volcanoes, so I'm very excited about this. It's an extinct one, so it's not like it's gonna be dangerous, but they're always really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's the coolest of mountains.
It's true. It's like the punk mountain. It's a mountain, but
Really
punk.
is the punk mountain.
Mountain with a mohawk.
Stretching that analogy as far as you can, guys. So, Barry went to Algonquin Park the week before last. Oh, was
Beautiful.
it cold? Was it cold?
Good time of year for it.
I do miss the leaves changing. We knew that we would. That's one of the things. Isabel, my next concerts are Nightwish, Rammstein, and Celine Dion. That's an unusual mix of talents. The Nightwish, I'm jealous of. The Rammstein too, actually, to be fair. I would really love to see them live. Nightwish, I thought, was doing North and South America right now, though. But maybe it's a little bit later out. This is the Celine Dion, though. Wow.
It says that your heart will go on, Isabel. That's what it says.
Yes, it does. And it means that you're also very diverse.
So Bernard wants to know why we choose to react to one song and not another.
Okay.
It's hard to describe a little bit.
There's a mix of factors. So the truth is we mostly wing it, right? Like you have reactors that plan things and they do research and then they want to go in depth, and we're not like that. Our reaction channel is legitimately us just having fun with music. So it's most of the time very kind of spontaneous, and it depends on our mood at the time. It depends also on, sometimes it depends on the personalities of the people who ask too. Because there's people that routinely suggest really good things. So when they make a suggestion, they catch my eye faster because I know that usually their suggestions we end up really enjoying.
Yeah.
And then there's ones that make suggestions that every time it's like, sometimes it's something as simple as, is there a video for it, or am I going to be staring at an album cover? Because that matters, at least mostly to me. It matters. It depletes my enjoyment sometimes.
Yeah, so sometimes we take suggestions that grab us in the moment. Sometimes we just feel like revisiting an artist, because lots of the people we react to, we didn't know before we started doing this channel. So there's a whole back catalog, and sometimes we just feel like, hey, I'd like to go listen to,
another one of those.
Another Gary Newman.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like that. Or sometimes we just see what the algorithm feeds us on YouTube.
Yeah, and when it comes to the algorithm stuff, I literally just scroll the page until something looks interesting, and that's totally dependent on my mood
Mhm.
at the time, right? Maybe this thumbnail looks interesting, maybe the suggestions around it imply that it might be something we'd like. It's really very subjective. There's not a hard and fast rule, to be honest. Um, so and there have been times when sometimes it's somebody suggests something and we'll start doing a reaction to it, and it's we enjoy it so little that we just stop in mid-reaction. We trash the video because we don't wanna do negative reactions, and then just make a note that we're probably never gonna go back to that artist again. So
So Barry enjoyed the churches, but he thinks after watching it, I chose it for me. See, that's where she was in the little black dress. Barry, I didn't watch it in advance. I didn't know she was in the little black dress. Okay,
No.
it was just
It was just a happy bonus.
right? Exactly.
Yeah. No, he legitimately picked the churches because I was in a really crappy mood that day. Things hadn't been going well, and he says, why don't we do a churches song and see if it lifts your mood?" So stuff like that too, right? Or he's in a crappy mood, so well, it happens.
What?
Happens more often. So we'll just pick something like that. And sometimes it's also like he'll say, "Oh, I want to do another Chakra Khan is a big one," and I'm like, "But we did one like 3 days ago, so we can't just we have to space it out a little." So it's a myriad of factors. It's really very kind of all over the map.
Yep.
That's the long answer, and the short answer is whatever strikes the mood.
Yep.
Uh,
Jeff Castellucci doing Ghost Riders on the Storm. Basil's
Ghost
suggesting,
Riders on the Storm.
let's do it
What? Why did that sound familiar?
because it's an old song that he's covering.
Who did the original?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. Maybe Basil can tell us.
That's not that Doors song, right?
That's just
Riders on the Storm.
I don't think so. I think it's a different one.
Okay. Good. I don't really like Doors music. Oh, it's a reschedule of a Nightwish concert from 2021. Yeah, we missed our reschedule.
We moved too far away.
Brad says Sticky Hickey from Germany.
That's kind of gross.
Hickeys are gross. They are a gross thing.
Sticky,
It's like,
that sounds really bad.
I just latch on and just stay there. It's kind of weird.
It's amore.
What do you gotta put on your mouth to make your hickeys sticky? I have questions. Oh, Stephen Hopwood says it is the Doors. Oh. Well, see, here's a good example. Because Basil suggested it, we'll probably still do it even though it's a Doors song because Basil has a good record. Hello to Indonesia. We are all good. And yourself? I wonder what the weather's like in Indonesia. Is rainy season the same there? Like at the same time?
I don't know.
I'm curious. I know there's a rainy season in Indonesia. I'm just curious if it's the same time as it is in Costa Rica. Star Jones did
Stan Jones.
Oh, Stan. I was gonna say Star Jones? Really? In 1948? She looks amazing for her age. That's what happens when I don't put my glasses on. Okay. Stan Jones. I don't know Stan Jones, so. Steppenlaw says his comments tend to be long-winded. No,
okay.
that's never a problem. That's never a problem. I don't always reply to them because I don't always have anything to say. But we do always appreciate the information.
Mhm.
And sometimes I even remember it. That's really something. You gotta understand. So never apologize for your long-winded comments. Unless your long-winded comments are like, remember when we did the comment reaction, that one, it was like this long, some kind of weird sermon.
Yeah, telling us to find Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just miss me with those, but Yeah, long-winded comments giving information about the artist or the song or even other ones too are always welcome. I always pick out snippets from those sometimes too. He enjoys spreading the word. That's good. Okay, so not the Doors song. Okay, good. That's even better.
Yeah, I've heard it. It is a different song. I didn't know who did it.
Oh, you know the song?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm always gonna say yes to Jeff Castellucci. Okay, I'll revise that since my husband's sitting next to me. I will not always say yes to Jeff Castellucci, but last time I checked, I wasn't in a position for him to ask, so.
I see. Okay, good. Good recovery.
Oh, don't wanna get in trouble, guys.
When you
So
get in trouble, you are trouble.
sure you wanna say that sitting so close to me?
You value the truth.
That's true. Ghost Riders in the Sky, so not the storm. Old cowboy western vibe. Oh, okay. We'll have to take a look at that. Pops and the Moo Mafia?
We have the Buck Mafia.
I wonder why they're so quiet. You notice, guys, my chickens are wicked quiet right now. Or maybe you didn't notice.
Maybe they're down the hill.
Could be. There's a
Foraging.
big giant black cloud coming this way. Maybe they've taken shelter because they know better than us. Hello, Graham. Yeah, it's amazing how quiet the chickens are right now. I'm a little bit worried. It's kind of like when the kids are quiet, right? It's like, what are they doing
The
right
chickens
now?
can't get into nearly as much trouble. They don't have hands.
It's true. I do note this on a regular basis, and I give them crap for it. Why don't you have hands?
Ever see those drawings on the internet of birds with arms?
Yes, it's
It's
really
hilarious.
disturbing.
Yeah, hilarious.
It's really disturbing. Yeah. So that's all we're up to this week. Just some birthday travel, and that's about it. And a bunch of reactions.
Yep.
Gonna get done. We're gonna try to get back to 2 videos a week or a day. Is 2 videos a day too much for you guys? Right? Like I keep wondering if maybe people just turn off the notifications because they're like, God damn it, another video? Right? It's like you're getting like vacation fatigue. Hello, Sinta to Indonesia again. Sorry, was
7-7.
making breakfast, country
Mhm.
fried steak and grits and eggs. So grits is one of those things I just cannot eat. I have tried, but I can't. I love corn, but I don't know. Grits is one of those things that's never been for me. But the eggs and country fried steak, when they say country fried, does that mean it has that sausage gravy on it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sausage gravy is another thing that I don't understand. And it's weird because I love sausages and I love gravy, but it doesn't really look like gravy. And it freaks me out a little. So, chickens are up to no good. Well, if they're quiet, it means they're not laying eggs. So that makes them kind of useless.
Yeah, Chiripo is pretty tall. You get some amazing views of it when you drive north through Cerro del Muerte.
Cerro de la Muerte.
See.
Yes.
Mountain of the
Chiripo is the
Dead.
biggest one in the Hill of the Dead.
Yeah.
Chiripo is the biggest one in the country.
Yeah. They don't put the road over that one, go figure.
No, but it skirts it.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah. So it's funny because my mom gets worried sometimes when I tell her that we're going to the city because we have to take the Cerro de la Muerte to get there. She's like, what kind of country names the road the Hill of Death? I said, well, it's got a reputation. And the last time I took it, there was a point at the 45-kilometer marker on the highway where half of the road was gone. It had washed down the hill. So it was down to almost like one lane. And it's like, well, it's the only road. You got to drive over it to get to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is a little bit treacherous. But Chiripo is a very impressive mountain.
Great views of Chiripo in Parazeladon region.
Yeah.
As you're going up the highway.
Yeah,
on a sunny day.
that drive is really something. It's so we've warned family if they ever want to come visit that we're like 6.5 hours away from the airport. So it's a very long drive to get to our house to visit whenever you come. But the drive over that road is magnificent.
Mhm.
One of the best views you'll ever find. It really is something. So totally worth it, in my opinion. But I like
Mine too.
driving, so.
Yeah.
Isabel, what's up? Oh, Havasi. Prelude, Age of Heroes. Oh, even better than Golden Eagle. That would be good. I do like the Havasi. It's really good. And the Golden Eagle is fabulous.
Mhm.
And Steven says he'll watch anything we react to. He doesn't always like it though.
But he watches.
But he does watch, and he always tries to say something nice, which I
Appreciate
always
that.
deeply appreciate. That's for sure. But
Barry's got time. He'll watch.
it's like, okay. He's like, why are you only doing 2 a day? Oh.
Kevin wants to make you grits, and Doug wants to share brisket. This is why we have the best friends ever.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, maybe not the grits.
Maybe, but maybe. When
I mean,
done
I've been to Tennessee and Georgia, so I've had proper grits. I just I didn't enjoy the texture.
Mm.
That was mostly it, right? Like I didn't find them overly objectionable, but I wouldn't be like, "Ooh, throw some grits on my plate." But the brisket, Doug, now you're talking my love language, buddy. And I got to tell you, Doug makes some brisket. I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Dude.
Need a taste.
Yeah. He thinks I'm the meat queen, but the truth is I'm jealous of your brisket, Doug. I still haven't figured out how to work my smoker quite right. I can't get it. I don't have that magic touch. I used to make brisket with the sous vide, and it came out
It
beautifully.
was delicious.
But now I don't have a sous vide, so
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't know what that is in this country.
Sous vide? Oh yeah. Guys, okay. I don't know how many of you know what a sous vide is, but it's a water immersion cooker. It cooks things at a very, very low temperature over a very, very long time. And it's magnificent for meat, especially things like chicken and pork. But
Oh, the first time you did pork chops in a sous vide was the first
really
time I ever
something.
really enjoyed a pork chop in my life.
Yeah, really. If you've never liked pork chops because they always come out really dry, sous vide cooking is for you. But anyway, I went looking for one in this country, and there's not a lot of places where you can buy like good quality kitchen appliances, and certainly obscure and specialized appliances. There's only like 1 or 2 places in the whole country where you might be able to get one. So we were in San Jose, and I went to a store called Tips
Mhm.
where they sell professional culinary equipment. And I mean, this is a place where you can buy like deep fryers,
Up
right?
at your restaurant.
Like it's restaurant equipment mostly. And they had exactly 1 sous vide cooker, and it was $1,100. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was overkill. You could feed the whole village using
No.
that sous vide.
Like my sous vide in Canada cost me $120. It was just a tiny little wand that hooks onto a pot. Right? But this was like a whole elaborate thing, but it was the only one they had. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not doing sous vide in
None of
Costa
that
Rica.
price.
No. So. And Doug, I have to correct you, buddy. You said share with your Canadian friends, but we're Costa
You
Ricans
said
now.
Canada Rican.
Oh, there's that small print again. Sorry, pal. He's got it right.
I'm gonna have to start being your eyes as well as your muscle.
It's true. You already are.
That's true.
When I say to him, "Where are my glasses? Can you see my glasses?"
DAW75 wants to know if we'll do more Tommy Johansson.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolute. Actually, it was really, really hard to hold back from doing another one already after the last one. What was that one that we did last?
I forget what order we did them all in.
It was The Journey.
Yeah. Was it?
Was it The Journey? Anyway, the last one we did
Yeah, it
was
was.
so good. And then I saw on his page like a whole bunch more that I was like, "Oh, I want to do more of them right now." And I was like, "Yeah, but we can't have like our channel just flooded with Tommy Johansson." So we will definitely be doing more though because he's magnificent. Like I just can't even get over how versatile his voice is.
Mhm.
Really amazing. What?
I'm laughing at Barry's suggestion to turn your welder into an immersion heater.
It's a stick welder. So what do they is that called arc welding? Same thing?
I don't know. I know nothing about
Anyway,
welding.
uh, so I've learned that it's not good to mix with water, actually. I'm not so sure that would work out.
I love Isabel's translation into German of sous vide.
Niedrig Temperaturgaren. It's okay.
German is the best for this.
It really is the best. German is one of those languages that's it's always funny because when they just tack the words together, right? They don't just make a new word for something. They just, well, it's these 5 things, so we'll just tack all 5 words together and make it into one long word.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing
That
that your
ever see that
mouths do
video
that.
where they say a word in like English and French and Italian and then German?
Mhm.
It's hilarious.
Hello, Jonathan. So glad you both enjoyed the Epica and Tommy songs I recommended. You both rock. No, it is Epica and Tommy that rock.
Right? I don't rock.
No. Well, I rock a little.
She rocks. I roll.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Oh, yeah, it was The Journey. Unbelievable. That was really, really, really good. Thank you, Edgar. He says we're doing a great job. Thank you. We try.
We enjoy it.
Okay, so stick and arc welder is the same thing. Yeah. So, all right, Basil. While I have you, I'm going to ask a question.
Technical talk.
Yeah.
Ginger and
Sorry,
Basil.
guys. It's a welding question. So yesterday I was cussing my face off because I was trying to weld together one of my steps, and all I kept getting was like tiny sparks and all these little balls of metal just kind of splattering everywhere. But I could not strike an arc on this damn thing, no matter what I tried, no matter what angle. And then I left it for a little while and I came back and suddenly it was working again. And I'm wondering if, because it was raining at the time, it wasn't raining on me. I wasn't wet or anything because I'm not suicidal. But is the moisture in the air preventing that thing from arcing properly? Is that possible? Is
And
that a
we're
thing?
talking extreme moisture.
Yeah, yeah, we're not just, I mean, it's a lot of rain. It was very, what you say the humidity is like
had to
96%?
be close to 100. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very humid. So I'm just wondering if that's a thing, because it would explain it. I was blaming the sticks. I was like, I bet these sticks are old or they got wet in the store or something, because it was a new box of
I
sticks.
literally
But
just brought home the sticks.
yeah, but so frustrating. Oh my God, guys. Yeah. And the cussing.
Ginger was using her native language. Sailor.
It's true. It's true. Don't let this face fool you guys. Blue is my first language.
Yeah.
Especially when I get frustrated. Yeah, and also being showered with the molten metal is,
Doesn't cheer you up.
no, it doesn't, especially when it's not actually, I don't mind getting showered with molten metal if I'm actually accomplishing something and I'm getting somewhere, but no. Usually means a bad ground. So I thought that and I checked it, but the grounding power issue to the welder. I wonder if we were getting brownouts maybe.
Maybe.
That happens, but it's on a surge protector.
Yeah, but brownout means just not quite enough power coming through. It's not a surge. It's like,
Yeah, but doesn't the surge protector kind of regulate the coming through
it
too?
prevents too much. It can't.
But it doesn't.
It can't make more. Right?
Oh. Okay, that might have been it. So frustrating. So thank you for attempting those, Stephen. Yeah, this is the thing. That's why I say there's never any such thing as a stupid question, because the truth is I had no idea. And all I want to do is get the stair welded, right?
Right now, it's like a government project. It's a stairway to nowhere.
It's true.
He's gonna go up there and you just fall off the end.
Yeah. Later on, it'll be a stairway to heaven. Yeah. So I mean, I've experienced the improper grounding problems several times. That sometimes frustrates me, but at least I understand it. Usually, if it isn't grounded, it just doesn't spark at all, which makes it pretty obvious to figure out. But yeah, inconsistent power. I didn't think about. Oh, Connie, you silly bitch! One of the chickens made it up into the
Excuse me.
rancho.
Yeah. Get down,
She's quiet. I told you the chickens were too quiet. The problem with the chickens being up in the rancho, in addition to the fact that our kitchen is here, so they get into the food sometimes, they also poop on the floor, which, I mean, right now, it's just a wood floor and we're outside, so it's filthy all the time, but I'd really rather not step in chicken turds.
Yeah, it's one thing to sweep the dirt off. It's not anything to deal with chickens.
Yeah. So, she was quiet, though, I didn't even hear her fly up. Sneaky.
Probably took the stairs.
It's because Connie is little, right? Connie's like this big, so she can sneak around better. Our fat girls, the Heathers, they're all like, honest to God, what would you say, like that? They're gigantic. So when they move around, they make a lot of noise.
It's true.
But Jonathan says, who knew you would be learning about welding here? This is the magic of us and our channel, guys. We'll talk about just about anything.
It's true.
It's funny when we get the comments on some of our videos is like, why are you guys talking about all this stuff? Why don't you just get to the reaction?
We're just talking.
It's literally our mental diarrhea out loud. So some people like that. Some people don't. Oh, I think it keeps it interesting. Yeah. And otherwise, it's only him that has to listen to it. He gets bored with me sometimes. He's like, yeah, I heard that already.
Ruben's giving us geography lessons on Costa Rica. 400 mountains, most over 9,000 feet. Yeah, that was the best part about here because, there's no winter to deal with.
No.
But because you can get elevation, you can have mild temperatures, which we do here. We're almost exactly 3,500 feet where we are above sea level. And it's night and day between here and the coast.
Oh, my God. When we have to go down the hill for any reason to where it's almost sea level, it's like descending into a sauna.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. I do not understand how people live in it all the time. Not just locals, a lot of expats like us that come here, they head straight for the beach towns and they live there. I'm like, I can't even imagine living in it all the time.
No.
We stayed in Rio Claro for a week and a half.
Yeah. And for reference, that's maybe 8 or 9 degrees north latitude. It's pretty close to the equator where we are.
Yeah. So we were booked to stay at that place for a month, and we lasted a week and a half and had to go. We had to move up into the mountains because it was just, I couldn't function.
No, me neither.
I couldn't. By 2:00 in the afternoon, I was laying in a hammock in a coma almost because I was so tired from the heat. And I understand. I'm probably the most hyper-productive person you'll ever meet. Right? Would you say that?
You're up there. You're in the top leagues. It's definitely true.
Yeah, it's incredible the amount of things I accomplish in a day, but I like it that way, right? If I have a day when I get nothing done, I'm really miserable.
Ginger gets cranky.
Yeah, really cranky. So, having a day like that, some people say, "Oh, it'd be nice to be laying around in the hammock at 2:00 in the afternoon," but not for me. I hate it. I hated it. It was really too much. But I understand why people in that kind of heat don't get a lot done because you can't even move. You can't even move in it. It's miserable.
Isabel's asking a trick question. The real answer is you start in the sauna and then run out into the snow. Everybody knows how to be a good Finn.
Prefer sauna or snow? Yeah, it's true. You'd need both. I'm okay. So don't get me wrong. I am a huge proponent of cold immersion therapy, right? Like Wim Hof is one of my heroes. And I used to practice it all the time when I could because easy access to ice here is not a big thing. But I would like to build an ice bath here so that I can do it. But yeah, you do need both. Sauna is very beneficial health-wise for you. But one of the big things about sauna that makes it good is it's the temperature changes, right? If you lived in a sauna all the time, it's really bad for you. The sauna is good for you because you go from cold to hot and then back to cold again. And it's the alterations and the dramatic alterations in temperature that
And the
actually
biochemical reaction to it.
yeah, that work to strengthen your immune system and all kinds of neurological, all your hormones get affected by stuff like that in a good way. So you need both.
Yeah.
Really.
Bye, Brad. Thanks for Coming by.
Cheers, Brad. Yeah. Have a good Sunday. Oh, Basil says he has a lot of scars from the molten metal. I gotta tell you, Baz, we've talked about this before. The UV burn and how I should be wearing. I can't do it, man. It's too hot to weld and all that. So I've been I've been doing it in t-shirts. I've been trying to keep my bare arms away from the light as much as I can still, but I can't. I just can't be covered up. It's too hot. So yes, I'm getting lots of scars too, but I'm never gonna learn because it's easier to do it in a t-shirt.
Jonathan tells us there's a new Lord of the Lost video.
Oh, it's been a long time
has been
since
a
we
long
did
time.
Lord of the Lost.
Well, we actually bought the latest album, so a lot of that stuff we've heard. But now I've been without the album for long enough. It's probably worth revisiting. Check out this new video.
Indeed. Yes, we'll do. Well, we have a bunch of recording to do today, so we can add that to the mental list. So, from the Judas, A World Where We Belong. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So, oh, we're almost at an hour. Oh,
We're over
an hour. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, maybe we should wrap it up.
Yeah, we got a bunch of
start.
recording to do, and we should do it before that big ugly black cloud comes here. Because when the rain hits, guys, you never heard anything like it.
Every area we have space and light to record is under a tin roof.
Yeah.
Or under no roof. And the noise on the tin roof is just
the sound of the rain. Even when it's not on the tin roof, if you're out in it, right? Like when the rain hits here. Have you ever been to like a concert? The sound of the crowd when they're cheering, it's that loud.
Yeah, all the rain hitting those huge banana leaves and stuff, right?
It's that loud. We'll
Makes a
sit
roar.
here and like across from each other, and we have to yell to hear each other.
We're going to be
That's how
deaf
loud
by
it
the
is.
time we're 60.
Maybe. Well, mostly me, because all my loud music. High factor sunscreen. Oh, Basil. Don't put that stuff on me. It's full of chemicals. I actually have a friend who owns a cosmetics company where he makes all natural body and hair oil products that is working very, very hard to make a chemical-free, safe UV protectant, because sunscreen is full of stuff you do not want in your body.
I guess the question is, at the level of which you're exposing yourself while you're welding, is it better temporarily while you're doing all your welding to protect your forearms?
I don't know. See,
you're not going to make a habit of using it for life.
No. I've been working very, very hard. Like there's a lot of research, and a lot of dietary anecdotal evidence that a strict carnivore diet, like the metabolic functions that it changes in your body, leaves you very, very well protected from sunlight damage. I have friends that can attest to that for themselves, but also since I've altered our diet, trying to eliminate carbohydrates as much as we can, I have noticed I'm a redhead, right? Like I used to have palest white like dead people or red like lobster, and those were the only states I was ever in, right? Like the edge of skin cancer at all times. But I live in Costa Rica now. I never use sunburn. I almost never get or sunscreen, and I almost never get sunburn anymore. Like ask Mike.
That's true. Barry's using tree sap and dirt.
That works.
The question is, will that ignite when you're welding?
Oh, that could be. And it attracts ants. And the ants here bite, like really bite. It's amazing how much their bites sting. And for like a long time after.
Yeah.
Really something. They're these tiny little ants. You can barely see them. But when they bite, it burns, and it'll burn for a good 5 or 10 minutes after. Wow.
Yep. I call them motherfucker ants. I don't know what their proper scientific name is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jonathan, for dropping by. And we'll try to stay safe. So, yeah, let's call it a morning.
Yep.
We'll get to our reaction recording, and we'll see you throughout the week. I don't know. You know what I'd like to do?
What?
Maybe on Friday on my birthday. Maybe we'll do a live chat from. Oh, thank you, Isabel.
Thank you, Isabel.
We'll do another live chat from the side of the volcano.
Oh, if we have signal.
They have Wi-Fi there.
Oh, okay. So not
So-
literally on the side of the volcano.
No,
from
no.
the-
We're
from the
gonna
B&B.
be staying at an Airbnb that has a really beautiful view of the volcano where we're gonna go visit. So maybe I'll see if we can do a live chat from there impromptu through the week sometime. So stay tuned for that.
Oh,
'Cause
that
it
would be great.
sounds like no-see-ums. Yeah, these are definitely ants, but damn.
Yeah, you can see them. They're small.
Yeah. Anyway, cheers, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Yes, have a great week, everybody.
Yes, and yeah, we'll see you sometime this week. We'll do another live chat at some point. Right, accept. Nah, there we go.